this country, no matter your gender, no matter your race, no matter your sexuality. He showed us that hope and change is possible and that we are going to unite as a country and move forward from these last 4 hard years. There's light at the end of this tunnel tonight.
How pumped are you? I saw a lot of emotion out of you.
I was
Came out, and then when it hit the board that he was elected president.
I was jumping up and down. I mean, I almost cried. My heart is still racing. There's just such an excitement and enthusiasm here tonight.
And among the young crowd, a lot of young people out here, a lot of young people that donated the $5, $10, $20 and their time.
Every little bit helped with this election. I mean, he came from nothing, and that is what America is about, building yourself up from wherever you come from.
Another young person out here that came out early, put in a lot of work. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling amazing, sir.
Well, we had a little technical problem there. We apologize for that. But obviously, you can see from the crowd that's gathered here, this is tonight was.
No, they fought. They
before. Man is telling us is that we have to look ahead.
And I love that McCain told us the same thing in that eloquent speech. I mean, I think what John McCain did was take the responsibility for the failure of his campaign and wore the jacket for it.
No, not hardly. I thought that the convention speech in 2004 was pretty good. The killer was the race speech he gave. And it's interesting. I think when he's facing adversity, when he's really up against the wall, is when he's his best. This was a victory speech. That race speech he gave in last spring, when, as you recall, the Jeremiah Wright scandal had unfolded, when he was really up against the wall and had to show the nation that he was not running to be the black president of the United States. I think that was his best.
Did you ever think, in your lifetime, you'd see this moment? Did you ever really think this moment was possible?
When I was a little old lady in my wheelchair, maybe. Certainly not this time. Certainly not in this period of time. The country has been so divided for so long. Even going back before the Bush administration. And who could have thought that an African American in a country that still has many racial wounds to heal could bring this kind of country together?
Do you think that this will move us forward monumentally when it comes to healing that racial divide?
I think one of the things it will do is it will start to knock down stereotypes about African Americans, especially African American men. We all know that there are many Barack Obamas out there, right on the south side of Chicago, around the west side of Chicago. But I think you need to have someone elevated to this level to be able to prove to the world, unfortunately, that that's the case. And it will also, and this has been said many times, it will change the way we're looked upon in the world. I've probably been interviewed in the last 2 or 3 days by 7 or 8 news crews from overseas. And they're more excited, if it's possible, they're more excited about Barack Obama's presidency than we are. Because they understand that we're in a global society now and that we have to reach out, and they're looking for us to reach out, and they see Barack Obama as being a symbol of that.
Governor, would Kathy and Laura and I on this set be the only 3 people in the last couple of weeks who've been this close to you haven't suggested we might want you to go to the U.S. Senate? If you're going to appoint someone to replace you?
Well, I'm actually looking for candidates, and that's why I came here. So send me your resumes or hand it to me when I leave.
We appreciate that. You've got a search committee going, right?
We're going to announce that tomorrow, and I hope you guys will feel free not to come, but if you'd like to come, we'd love to have you. I'd like to point out, add it, if I could, to what Laura said. You know, I'm a white person who has an immigrant father and working parents, so I can't walk in the shoes of an African American, the African American experience, but I would have to think that, and it's obvious because you can appreciate what real people are feeling out there. We've come a long way as a country, and Barack Obama becoming president of the United States is another indication of it. Well, there's so much more to do on the disadvantages and the socioeconomic end. This is Joe Louis, it's Jackie Robinson, and it's sort of the opposite of what the great